All right, thank you, Alan. We're following breaking news out of Roanoke County tonight. One person is hurt after an officer-involved shooting along Interstate 81. Good evening, and thanks for joining us for WSLS 10 at 5.
A Roanoke County spokesperson says it started with a chase involving state police out of Botetourt County. It ended with shots fired near the 581 exit on Interstate 81.
WSLS 10's Ananda ROCHITA joins us now live near the scene. So, Ananda, bring us up to speed on what you know so far.
Well, I'm right off of Interstate 81 on Lock Haven Drive, and as you can see, this northbound lane is pretty much at a standstill while the southbound lane is moving along as much as it can. Now, officials are still on the scene after a high-speed chase at about 3 this afternoon. Roanoke County police say one person is injured after the chase. Roanoke County officials say it started in Botetourt County and ended by exit 144 in Roanoke County. It's where the suspect got out of his vehicle, had a gun, and was shot. According to officials, state police fired the shot. The man was taken to the hospital. We did speak to a person who lives nearby and witnessed part of what happened.
I saw 4 patrolmen with their guns out, and that scared me. I realized that they were looking down the road towards where that car had wrecked.
Now, again, officials have not confirmed the neighbor's details. We're still waiting to hear back from state police about what happened. Now, it's still unclear if the suspect got out of the car or if there was an exchange of gunfire. But, of course, we'll continue to keep you updated as more information becomes available.
Good evening, Ann. Thanks for joining us tonight for WSLS 10 at 5:30. We are following a developing story about a trooper-involved shooting along Interstate 81 in Roanoke County.
According to a Roanoke County spokesperson, a chase out of Botetourt County involving state police ended in shots being fired near mile marker 144. WSLS 10's Ananda ROCHITA is live near the scene. So, Ananda, state police also just released new information. What can you tell us at this point?
Well, I'm right off of Interstate 81 on Lock Haven Drive, and it appears that traffic is moving along both directions, northbound and southbound lanes. Very different than what we saw about half an hour ago, where the northbound lanes were at a standstill. Now, officials say the high-speed chase started at about 3 this afternoon in Botetourt County when a motorist refused to pull over. The suspect continued on Interstate 81 before he ran off the right side of the highway and crashed by mile marker 144. The driver got out of his vehicle with a firearm. Officials say the man did not cooperate with troopers to drop the weapon and was shot. The man was taken to the hospital. We spoke to a person who lives nearby and witnessed part of what happened. He said he saw 4 deputies with their guns out.
I realized they were serious business. You know, I started to head back toward my house, which is right up the street over here. So that's what I saw. As I got back to my car, I was just on that road right toward where I parked. That's when I heard one gunshot, and I just went back to the house.
And as you can see behind me, traffic is moving along on northbound and southbound lanes, and of course we'll continue to keep you updated as more information becomes available.
That's 10 at 7.
Now at 7, our nation's heroes are remembered today for their service and sacrifice. How veterans are honored across the Commonwealth.
Oh my God, oh my God.
Wow. Flash floods in Texas leave 3 people dead and at least 12 others missing. The warnings being given about the potential for more flooding there.
But first, a man is in the hospital with serious injuries after a chase and trooper-involved shooting in Roanoke County. Good evening, and thanks for joining us for WSLS 10 at 7. I'm Dawn Jefferies.
And I'm Lindsay Ward.
WSLS 10's Aaron Martin will begin our team coverage tonight with the very latest on that officer-involved shooting. Aaron, a news conference just wrapped up. Tell us what they told us tonight.
Well, Don, we did finally learn what actually started this chase. Troopers trying to pull over the suspect, an adult male, around mile marker 165 in Botetourt County going southbound on Interstate 81. He was doing 95 in a 70-mile-an-hour zone, but that suspect did not pull over. He kept going, led to a 21-mile chase, eventually leading to a crash along mile marker 144. The suspect then got out of the car, had a weapon on him. It's unclear if he actually pointed that weapon at state police, but but at some point a trooper did fire one shot. That one shot did end up hitting the suspect. He was hit, unclear exactly where. He is in serious condition, although state police did make it clear that he was actually saved on the scene by a trooper who had medic training. He is now in surgery at Roanoke Memorial Hospital. Again, the suspect has not been identified. We're still waiting for that information. Could come later tonight or tomorrow morning. We'll have the latest on WSLS.com. Reporting live in Roanoke County, Aaron Martin, WSLS 10.
Thank you, Aaron. A very fluid situation here. WSLS 10's ANANDA ROCHITA joins us now live near I-81. She joins us now with more on the traffic and what people near the scene say they witnessed. ANANDA, fill us in.
You know, we're right off of Interstate 81 on Lock Haven Drive now. We've been seeing a lot of stop-and-go traffic on northbound 81, but the issue right now are these southbound lanes, which are closer to where I'm standing. Now, VDOT says southbound 81 is backed up about 10 miles. Southbound lanes are closed at mile marker 144. Traffic is being detoured off of the interstate at exit 146 onto Route 11 to Peters Creek Road to Interstate 581. Northbound 81 at mile marker 144 was previously closed, but both lanes have reopened. However, there is still a backup on the northbound lanes for 6 miles. Now, all of this traffic is after a high-speed chase that happened about 4 hours ago. Officials say a high-speed chase started in Botetourt County when a person refused to pull over for a traffic stop. The suspect continued on Interstate 81 down to Roanoke County before he ran off the right side of the highway and crashed by mile marker 144. The driver then got out of his vehicle with a firearm. Now, we did speak to a person who lives nearby and witnessed part of what happened. He said he saw 4 deputies with their guns out and heard a shot fired.
I realized they were serious business. You know, I started to head back toward my house, which is right up the street over here. So that's what I saw. As I got back to my car, I was just on that road right toward where I parked. That's when I heard one gunshot. And I just went back to the house.
Again, northbound 81 at mile marker 144 was previously closed, but both lanes have reopened, but there is still a 6-mile backup. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated as more information becomes available. In Roanoke County, ANANDA ROCHITA, WSLS 10.
All right, thank you, ANANDA. We will bring you the very latest tonight on WSLS 10 and 11. More details will be coming out very shortly.
And when we're not on the air, you can always check our website for updates, WSLS.com.
Retirement. We had a beautiful Memorial Day weekend, and as we head back to work and school for tomorrow, we will start off unsettled. Right now, 63 degrees in Blacksburg, 61 in Martinsville, 64 in Danville, coming in at 72 for the Roanoke Valley. Your forecast first tomorrow morning, sunshine and clouds, 68, 75 at lunchtime, and we will bubble up some thunderstorms by the afternoon with your high temperatures into the middle 80s with more humidity. That's your forecast first, your full forecast in just a few minutes. WSLS 10 at 11 starts now.
This is WSLS 10 at 11.
It'll take a while to rebuild this. There's no doubt there's been a lot of damage done.
The Grayson County Superintendent calls it quits amid budget issues. How the community feels about the decision and why they say a lot of work needs to be done to make things right.
Called 4 patrolmen with their guns out, and that scared me.
And a man is in critical condition after a high-speed chase ended in an officer-involved shooting. And that's where we begin tonight's coverage. Good evening and thanks for joining us for WSLS 10 at 11. I'm Lindsay Ward. A man is in the hospital in serious condition after a high-speed police chase and officer-involved shooting in Roanoke County. Traffic was backed up for miles as police continued their investigation, shutting down Interstate 81. ANANDA ROCHITA was on scene all evening and has the details.
Cloyd Brown is used to hearing the traffic from his home on Lock Haven Drive along Interstate 81. But this afternoon, that sound came to a stop.
I saw 4 patrolmen with their guns out, and that scared me.
A few moments later, he heard a bang.
I realized they were serious business. You know, I started to head back toward my house, which is right up the street over here. So that's what I saw. As I got back to my car, that's when I heard one gunshot. And I just went back to the house.
What he heard was the aftermath of a 21-mile high-speed chase on Interstate 81. At a news conference, Virginia State Police say a trooper tried to pull over an adult male on 81 in Botetourt County for driving 95 in a 70-mile-an-hour speed zone. More than 20 miles later, the suspect eventually crashed at mile marker 144. Police say the driver had a handgun, and after refusing to drop it, he was shot once by a trooper. A lot of questions remains as to who was driving this dark-colored Nissan and why he ran from police. We do know the trooper has been put on administrative leave while the incident is investigated. Investigated just a few feet away from Brown's home.
It's not a usual thing to take place in this neighborhood.
An unexpected day that nearly came to a tragic end. In Roanoke County, ANANDA, ROCHITA, WSLS 10.